Hey guys, it's Jay Clark again. We're gonna take a look today at EQ before compression or compression before EQ. The track we're gonna use today is by a project that I'm doing called Mars RX. It's a track called Stay With Me. It's the instrumental. So let's take a listen and we'll get into it. Now, I think you're going to be pretty surprised at the difference that this can make, and sometimes people forget. When you're in a mix, you just get distracted, you're doing your thing. Maybe you're wondering why you're not getting the result you're looking for. This could be a part of it. Now, I'm going to play it back, and I'm just going to play with some settings, get some sounds, and then we'll break down the compression EQ differences. All right, that sounds 1,000 times better already. And, you know, we're talking about this EQ today. Let's just listen to that real quick. Listen to the top end. Listen how it opens up. Listen how it's not harsh. And think about that when you're, using plug-in EQs. They're great. They're great. But this is 8 decibels of a high shelf. Before and after. Blanket. Open. But today we're talking about EQ before compression. So right now it's EQ into a compressor. You know, when you change the EQ before compressor, you're going to change the reaction of the compressor. This can be a good thing. It can be a bad thing. In this instance, this doesn't bother me. I'm adding top end. That's not really affecting it that much. You know, it's like the low mid is really kind of what's getting this moving a ton. Now let's switch it and see what happens. So like, you know, this is a slightly bass heavy song. So let's say, you know, you put your EQ before the compressor, but you want a little more low end. You're pushing in, you're going to be compressing more. Now you can use a side chain. It's going to change the movement. So if you set your compressor first, you like the response you're getting, you like the attack and the release of it all, I would say put the EQ afterwards. If you put the EQ before it, you got to just take that in consideration. In this instance, I don't mind it. And instead of using a side chain, I'm actually going to pull out a little bit of the kind of muddy area of the low end, and it's going to let the compressor breathe a little bit better. But let's put it after. It's got a totally different feel now, and I don't like it as much. That could have been because I said it before, but I would EQ totally differently at this point. in this instance, I prefer the EQ before the compressor. So I'd go back to where I was. I like that movement, the snap. Then I'd wipe my hands of it and call it a day, because that sounds awesome. So for me, as you heard, there's a significant difference when you EQ before or after compression. I tend to use EQ before compression, let's say on a synth bus or guitar bus where I want more warmth or something, but I still need that control. So you can push into a compressor more, it's still going to glue stuff together and hold it together, and you may get you know, the EQ response that you're looking for. Versus on, let's say, the master bus, I like EQ after the compression, because I like to set the compressor, know what it's going to do, and it stays that way consistently. EQ afterwards, and then, you know, I know what I'm getting.